Hello, this is Skyjan, and today I'm doing my line art for my comic that's coming out this year, hopefully 2025. And I have still a few pages to finish, but I'm like halfway done already. This page here is a little bit earlier in the book. It's not gonna be a long story, it just have like 30 something pages. I want it to be short because I'm also working on another project that has around 30 pages as well, and I wanted to finish 2 comics this year, so I need to make it short. And right now, basically what I'm doing is going for the line art. For those very simple drawings, I don't like to make sketches because I spend too long doing sketches. And I don't like to waste time. So for the simple drawings, I just make like very rough, like you saw in the image before, of the main character's horn. It was just like a scribble. And then I always keep my references on the side so I can see what I'm drawing. So I don't need to actually sketch everything out to make the line art. I can just look on the side and see what I'm doing. Okay, I don't know if that makes sense. But anyway, for this one, the face of this character, I had to have a sketch before because I never drew this character before. It's just an NPC, I'd say. Like, it's not important character, so I don't have like a character sheet or anything. So it's good that I have a reference on the side and I do a better sketch before doing the line art, so it looks more concise, right? More connected to the previous page, because I cannot bullshit everything. So yeah, in this video I hope to give a few tips on how I do my line art, slash how I do my page, sketch, and color. And I know it's not the best way, and there are probably many different ways that may match your style a little bit better, but if you're curious or just want to see speed paint, you're welcome to stay and watch. For this video, I also want to give a few tips on how I do my line art. So the first tip, you already got it. It's how it's important to have a reference on the side of your drawing while we're doing it. And the second tip that I would give is to make more detailed sketches from more complex drawings. For the example that I have here is I have 3 characters in the same panel, which can be a little bit complicated if you don't know the characters, like it's my case. I never drew these characters before. I needed to know their clothes, their horns, how the hair goes, and having this blue sketch on top of my thumbnail is really important to see, okay, where is this character exactly? What is his expression? So having more detailed drawings before doing the line art is important, alright? But, there's a but. I think doing detailed sketches for every single drawing that you need to do line art is really time consuming. So I just try to make those more detailed sketches when the drawings are complex, so I can save time and I don't spend all my time that I was supposed to be doing line art on just doing detailed sketches. And right here you see in practice while I'm drawing this that I changed the hair of these characters a little bit. When I jump to the girl right there, when I'm doing her hair, I start to make it very wavy, right? That I like this type of wavy hair, very spiky. But that's wrong, that's not how she looks like. When I look at my reference on the side, I notice that her hair is actually very, how can I say, it's very round at the top. So I fixed that. And that's why it's important to have your reference and important to have your sketch for characters that you don't know, that you don't feel confident in doing. And yeah, that's just an example right there that I did. Another tip that I like to give is, you see the ears? Inside the ears, I like to make a blocky, dark shape of shadow. So also near the neck of the boy right there, you can see I really love to make this type of shading with my line art. so it looks more fun. I don't know, it's more fun to do it for me. I think that's the third tip that I would give. For the very dark spaces, you can do a little triangle and color it in black. I think it gives a nice effect and it gives more dynamic line art as well. There are many different ways to make line art, but for this book specifically, I wanted to keep it simple. So I just focused on the very dark spots, like near the horns of the boy as well. We can see a little bit of those dark spots. And yeah, that's a nice tip that you can do for your own drawings that I think will enhance the dynamics of your lines. Tip number 4 is, as you're seeing, I came back to the first panel and I'm just erasing everything and redoing it because I didn't like the face, I didn't like the expression. So always when you don't like something, I always suggest erase it and try again because you feel better. And if you don't like something, no one likes to do something that you don't like to do. So yeah, always go back and fix it. And in this panel here, for the main character, I had a lot of trouble trying to fix the eyes, the mouth, because I really wasn't liking the expression, and I don't know, I wasn't really liking it, although it wasn't that bad, but I spent a long time trying to fix it because I didn't have a good detailed sketch, so I skipped tip number 2, and that made me just spend longer on this drawing, but it's cute. I like it now. And now you start coloring. And coloring, I don't have many tips, but the most important one that I can say is have a swatch. Like, have a palette where you just have the codes of the colors or something like that, where you can save the colors for every specific character that's gonna show. For, like, I do that for my webcomic and for this one as well. But my swatches, like my palette, sometimes it gets so messy because I have so many characters, and there's a time that I look at it and I don't know which one is which. So sometimes I just grab an old page and I color pick from it. So that helps me a lot as well. Like if I lost the color from my palette, I can just go back and color pick, which is pretty good. And I do that for this page specifically. Now, another thing that I like to do when coloring comics is to keep it simple. I had a comic that I was doing before that the shading and the light, it was very detailed and complex, but I started liking and appreciating more the simple ones. So like you can see the shading in this drawing here is very minimal. I just do the light, the highlights on her hair and a little bit of dark shading for her skin, and yeah, that's it basically. I think it's a good idea, so you can make more panels in less time, and also you don't stress yourself about making each panel resemble the one before, like for lighting and stuff, because you don't need to just keep track of the colors of the characters. You also need to keep track of the light source, of the shadow, and everything to make it look like everything looks the same. Like, at least for me. I don't know if anyone else works differently, but that's how it works for me. So yeah, I suggest keep it simple, clean. If you like that kind of stuff, if you like more complex, go for like Berserk. Oh my goodness, Berserk so good. So many details, so much shading, although they don't have color, right? But still, like, it's insane. You go for it. Don't be afraid to make detail shading although that will for sure take more time. And yeah, trust your instincts. Okay, now tip number 3, I think, for coloring is to use multiply layers. So although I am keeping everything very simple for shading and all of that, I like to use multiply layers to show more dramatic effect and this kind of stuff. So like for the girl right there, she's in the back. The main character is kind of being left out for being different. I'm not gonna spoil too much, but that's the idea and that's the context. So I want her to feel like she's different, like, oh my goodness, what's wrong with me? Like, what's going on? And to make that effect a little more stronger, I basically just color her in a darker color and use multiply on top of it. Now for coloring backgrounds is a little tricky for me. Like right here for this panel, I wasn't sure what I wanted. I wanted them to feel like disgust or something like that, and I didn't know how to portray that with only color because I didn't want it to be too complicated. Just wanted like a pattern or an idea that they're just dismissing her. So I went through multiple ideas until I got the one that I really liked. Right there, you're gonna see me changing a lot of stuff. So I suggest always search online also for references, ideas of disgust, like this, the expressions and the feelings that your characters are feeling, so you can match that on your background and you don't have to actually draw trees to draw like big buildings all the time. You can simplify it by just making abstract shapes, straight lines. You can make textured, and I think that's a good tip if you want to be faster, and it also makes it look cool and dynamic, right? I don't think all the panels in a comic need to have like a background, like a cool tree or very detailed people walking behind. So yeah, for this one I tried multiple different things until at least I got the feeling that I was looking for. So yeah, just keep trying. If you feel like it's not working, just jump to another panel. You have a bunch to do, so don't get stuck in one. And search references. References always will help you. Also, Clip Studio has a big gallery of textures and other stuff that you can do for your backgrounds. I don't use them too much. I think that would make my job a lot easier, but for my webcomic I use them a lot actually. But for this one specifically, I wanted to do all by hand, all me. So it gets a little complicated sometimes. But yeah, don't get stuck. Just go for it. Same happens for the second panel here. She's kind of being mean, and this character here, she's kind of being mean to the main character, and red is a really strong color. So I suggest, if you guys want to know really just using simple ways to communicate a feeling, go and study a little bit about the connection of colors and feelings. Like people say that yellow is happy, red is anger. You know, like the Inside Out movie. The people who worked on that movie definitely worked on how feelings work. So I suggest, like, if you don't know what to do, what color to use, go look for complementary colors. What are the meaning and the feelings connected to each color? I think that's a good thing to do. Okay, and last thing I do after I finished everything and all the colors, I just put merging layers on top of everything to make it all look like the same. I wanted this vibe of this comic to be very soft, So I try to go over each panel and every page to kind of have this more orangey effect, and that's the final kind of sprinkle that I put on there. And yeah, that's how I make a comic page. Very chaotic, very messy, but at the end it works out, it is fun, and I have a nice result. Like, this page wasn't very complicated. I've done more complicated ones. I can bring more videos about that soon. And since this is my first time actually doing a video this long, I really hope you enjoyed it. And comment below if you want to see more, and please check out my sister's animatics. She's the one who does the most animatics and the most amazing things, and she loves musicals, so if you like musicals too, please go check it out. I mostly do children's books, comics books, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, this is our channel, and I hope you like it, and feel free to stay if you want to learn more about us. And yeah, I hope to bring more videos about comics and my own characters and just Billy Paints in general, and probably some challenges too. I don't know, I need to have time. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great week. Thank you for watching.